Never really heard of it. What is it called?
Groats syndrome.
And what does it do?
Well, it's a nervous system syndrome that makes people extremely excited and nervous. My niece has it, like
Dick
having
Groat.
tons of coffee.
Dick Groat, named after Dick Groat, the guy who used to play shortstop for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I know, because he was a bald guy, and he didn't field very well because he was very excited all the time. And is that it?
No, the doctor that initially diagnosed it was named Groat.
You sure it wasn't Dick Groat?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Dr. Groat might be Dick Groat's father, for all we know. No?
No. My niece has it, and
You might want to check
Larry,
into that.
what happened with that lunch?
Oh, man.
What did you do?
I'm sorry,
What did you
I
do?
felt so much pressure from the fact that this guy had paid $4,000 and I tried too hard to be entertaining and affable and it just...
So you told him that the Groats syndrome was named after the shortstop for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Dick Groat?
I didn't say that as a fact. I speculated because...
Speculated? Did
yeah,
you?
well, because Lou Gehrig had a disease named after him,
Larry,
and Dick Groat was a ball player. I thought it was a possibility.
Didn't you read any of the literature I sent you?
It depresses me to read that stuff.
Oh, well, then you shouldn't have agreed to do it. I mean,
but I
that's
was just having lunch with the guy. I wasn't doing anything.
I know, but Larry,
you know?
and that's another thing. You start eating before he gets his food? What kind, I mean, Groats or no Groats? I mean, what kind of a, where are your manners?
I asked if he would mind if I was starving.
And what did he say? What did he say?
He said he did mind.
And you should have taken that as your cue to wait till his food arrived so that you could start eating. Meanwhile, the guy's insulted.
I said
He's
to him, do you
insulted.
mind if I start? And he said yes. Now, what kind of person says yes to do you mind if I start? Do you know anybody who would say yes to that?
He told me he's going to cancel a $4,000 check unless, I was like, searching. I said, well, can we do anything? Is there anything we could do to make it up to you? And he said, well, maybe if Larry would get more involved and show that he really cared about Groat syndrome, maybe then I would agree to give the money. And I suggested, well, if Larry would agree to host the Groat syndrome talent show, maybe he can make it up to you that way. And he said he would agree to make his donation if you would agree to host the talent show.
Couldn't I just write the check?
Larry, that's not the point. It's not just giving money. It's getting involved, in Groats. It's being, Groats active. It's not a big deal. All you got to do is you show up, you say a few things, you make a couple of jokes, and then you introduce the participants in the show. These are all people, by the way, with Groat syndrome. These are all people who can, will demonstrate that you can have a life with Groat syndrome, and you can be active and talented and all of that.
I don't understand how lunch could come and it's right in front of you, and
if you don't feel like you've done anything wrong and you don't feel like you have to make it up to them, then fine.
well, I don't
go
want you
your
to
merry
lose the
way.
check.
Go your merry way.
I don't want you to lose the check.
Well,
so.
I mean.